Guys, what do we have in the news today, Joanne? Anything good? What did you pull today, Joanne? Joanne pulls all the stories, and she's, wheezing at the time. First story. Joanne, I can't go to a next story when it's the first story. Okay. She said that was the teleprompter. It says it on the top. Next story. Joanne, when you started off on a sour note, the Renaissance fam notices. The Renaissance fam starts to say, and those are words right there. They come through as words when they look that way at the screen. First story of the day, Joanne. Scientists try to solve mystery of 300-year-old mummified mermaid. Joanne, we found your family members. You got because you got that weird, tail thing going on. Are you related? You got a tail. They got freaking, mermaid. They got a fin. They got a mermaid fin, and you got a tail. Together, you guys are probably from the same genealogy. I'm just saying, we're going to do a 23andMe. We got you, found out your father's George Soros. We conned him in. You banged him over the head. We took a hair, 23andMe in it. Found it out. Maury Povich, you are the father. That was a good one. But guys, when you're dealing with a friggin' mermaid, 3,000-year-old mermaid that somebody was, let's just see what we got over here. Ready? They had this somewhere, obviously. Japanese scientists have started investigating mysterious mermaid mummy that has long been an object of worship at a temple in Akayama Prefecture. Joanne, I freaking nailed it. Sometimes when you're challenged with a name like Akayama Prefecture, and you just do it, so they pay you the big bucks. What's that? No, I know, Joanne, you're the only one who gets paid something here. Doll hairs. A team of researchers from the Karayeshi... Joanne, stop it with the friggin' doll hair envelopes. A researcher team... Now I gotta go reverse it, Joanne? What are you kidding me? A team of researchers from the Karashiki University of Science and the Arts are conducting scientific analysis of the mummified remains of a mysterious icon to determine what they are actually composed of. The mermaid mummy, which measures around 1 foot, Joanne, has earned its name for having an upper body that appears to be human and a lower body that looks like a fishtail. The 300-year-old mummy, which has retained its nails, teeth, and hair over the years, has also maintained the eerie expression of a screaming child. Kazun Koda, jeez, Joanne. Kozen Koida, the chief priest at Enjuin Temple in the city of Asakuchi. Joanne! The Asakuchi! You gotta go down, dude, your Asakuchi! Huh, you gotta be kidding me. We keep running into stuff like this. So hold on, I'm on it. So you telling me you have a choice between the Asakuchi. You have to figure out which one you want, Asakuchi. I'm not sure. I'm going to do Asakuchi. Hey, I'm going to be one or the other. I may go double decker on it. I'm Asakuchiing it. You know what I mean? Like, you're there thinking, I'm an Assy. I'm going to Assy. I'm an Assy guy. Yeah, maybe. Somebody has a Coochie guy over there. I'm doing Asakuchi. I'm doing a double decker. When you got an Asakuchi, Joanne back there, no one wants to go near that Asakuchi. I'm just saying, she's there dealing with Asakuchi. And, it's a temple. And when she's just, you have to make sure you keep your temple clean. You want to make sure when you have guests, you've got visitors to the temple, the Asakuchi, and they're not sure which one they're going to visit today. They may go to the Asa, they may go to the Kuchi. I'm just not really sure where they're going to be. But when they go there, if you're not ready with a clean temple, it could be a very, very, difficult day to, I guess you would say, navigate. Perhaps navigate to the Asakuchi, because sometimes, you're just not sure. So look, at the end of the day, this is what happens when you're out there and somebody tells you that they're down with the Asakuchi. They're just like, well, you're just not sure which one, which one did you want though? Like, it's a difficult thing about courting. You're courting, you're having that date, you're doing it, you're having like the pizza, you're having that, oh, I love this pizza. It's so good. I love having this time with you. That's great. So what are you into? Asakuchi. Which one? What? What are you doing? Asakuchi. You know, when you're trying to figure it out, all you're looking for is a little advice. That guy over there's an Asa guy. I know. He told me. I'm like, which one are you into? Over there? Totally into the cooch. Yeah, but like, you can't. I guess you can't go for both when you're doing Asakuchi. It's like it's one or another, you know? And Kuzen. Hey, Joanne, with Kuzen, did you know, was he an Asakuchi guy? What did he do? You know, sometimes when you're there and you're admiring the Asakuchi, you know, you're just like, it's good looking, you know? That's a good looking Asakuchi. Like, double-deckering it. They took the artifact from the wooden box where it had been stored inside the school's veterinary hospital for an examination on February 2nd. No, Joanne, I know I could have done another 9 minutes on that. We have worshipped it, hoping that it would have alleviated the corona pooper pandemaroo, even if only slightly. The head priest was quoted by Hashahi Shimbun saying, I hope the research project can leave scientific records for future generations. According to Kuida, the mummy had been put on display for public viewing about 40 years ago, but it was recently stored in a fireproof safe so it wouldn't deteriorate the ass or coochie. The note inside the box claims that the mysterious creature was caught in a fishing net on the coast of Tosa province between 1736 and 1741, Joanne, how can you believe that? We're talking about almost 300 years ago. The mummy was passed on to other owners after the turn of the Meiji era. That's from 1868 to 1912, Joanne, in case you didn't know that. Like you can't just pull that up, Dewey Decimal System. There it is. That's right. It's the Meiji era. Whatever. And ended up being acquired by the Enjuin Temple. We're talking about the Asikuchi. You got an Asikuchi, you're like one or the other or both. Some people are into both. Some people are one. They're like, I'm really into the Asa. I'm really into the Cooch. Some people are like, I'm admiring both. It just depends on what kind of guy you are or girl. Look, 2022. The remains are to be studied from a variety of academic perspectives. Harashiri, Joanne, Hiroshi Kanashita, a 54-year-old board member of the Okayama Folklore Society, will study the mummy for a viewpoint of folklore studies, while Takafumi Kato, a 54-year-old paleontology professor, will conduct morphology analysis on the upper body of the artifact. Joanne, did you know about Takafumi and his abilities to do that as a paleontology professor? Like when you're there and you're watching him doing the paleontology professoring and he's looking around it and he's being a Takafumi sometimes, you're like, dude, don't be a freaking Takafumi to me. You know what I mean? You could do it when you're in a bad mood. You can be a Takafumi to someone. I get it. But like, don't be a Takafumi to me. Just like walking down the street and you're just being a Takafumi. Like then we have a problem. I'm just letting you know now. Yeah, you have to know what you're getting into. Renaissance Man Show. Guys, Takafumi. Meanwhile, an associate professor that specializes in ichthyology. What is, Joanne, what's ichthyology? Ichthyology. Joanne, what's ichthyology? They'll study the fish's lower body, and an associate professor with expert. Did you Google it? Joanne, when I ask you what, ichthyology is, and you're like, and then you don't freaking look it up, I'm here. I'm doing the story. And you're there doing a Weezer? You can't go. You're just opening and closing that cabinet, the file cabinet. Zabrowski left 20 minutes ago, and you're still freaking doing the file cabinet. I was like, what are we dealing with here? No, Joanne, you're fine. It doesn't sound like your wheeze is at a freaking like 10. It's like maybe an 8 right now. The researchers are set to release their findings in the fall of this year. So, guys, that was really a poor way to end it, Joanne. You got in the way with your wheeze. You know, I'm doing a story, killing it. We're telling it. Fukuyami, what was his name again? Fukushima? Takafumi? We had a Takafumi connection going. Joanne comes in with a wheeze. All of a sudden, the researchers are set to release their findings in fall of this year. What the frickin' heck, Joanne? You couldn't wait? One more line? You got the teleprompter. You know one more line from finishing. You can't just wait and just come and disrupt the show? Oh, you know, this is what I'm talking about, guys. I'm here trying to do it. She's back there doing a weezeroo. Oh, goodness. Joanne, what do we have next? Oh, thank you, Joanne. Next story on the list. You really are the worst, though, Joanne. Just so you know, I got to lift her up and then knock her right the friggin' back down. You know what I'm saying? Guys, what we're dealing with now, this is some crazy stuff. I don't even know what the hell this is. This story didn't work. Joanne, you pulled a crap story again. One more strike against Joanne. You know?